What's up, Western Iowa Tech students? With me today, I have Dr. Jill Moravek, who is an instructor in the Sociology department at Western Iowa Tech Community College. She also coordinates social work, criminal justice, and she also shares responsibility for addiction counseling at Western Iowa Tech. What's up, Jill? How you doing?
Hey, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, right? Happy Tuesday. So, of course, we've been doing these interviews and students have been watching them and just kind of trying to figure out a way to get this information to our students. So I got some questions for you. I'm going to pick your brain, and I don't think you mind if I pick your brain a little bit. It won't be painful.
Not at all.
Okay. So first of all, with coping, right? You know, we're stuck at home. How does Dr. Jill Moravek cope with stress at home?
Well, I tell you, I have been so blessed with having a Zoom account and having my students show up to the Zoom meetings that I have with them.
Nice.
And it's enabled me to continue in sort of a face-to-face way.
Right.
And so I get to see them and they get to see each other, and we get to talk and connect at least once a week. And that really has made probably more of a difference than anything else. Yeah,
Wow.
it just feels like business as usual, just kind of in the comfort of my own home, in
Right.
my sweatpants maybe.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong
And
with
that's
that.
fine.
You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Jill, we have known each other for at least 20 years. We've been working at WIT together for at least 20 years, 20 plus.
Yeah.
What about WIT and its students you're still here doing what you're doing, and you probably do it better than you did when you started doing it. So what has been the glue that kept you at Western Iowa Tech for so many years?
You know, I have just a total belief in the community college system. I at other four-year institutions. I come from a four-year institution. And when I was blessed enough to get this job at Western Iowa Tech, I got to understand that as a community college, we offer something that no other institution of higher education offers people in this country, and that is access, open and equal access to higher education.
Facts.
And that is such a democratic principle and so incredibly important to our communities and the families that live in our communities, to be able to have an access point, an open and affordable access point to higher education, because higher education is our ladder of social mobility, right?
Right.
So if anybody wants to be socially mobile, change their class status, develop new skills, learn a new trade, this is the institution. The community college is the structure that is set up for that. And it feels good to be part of something so inclusive, community oriented, and so equity minded. That's what keeps me here.
You know what? I can see the heart, right? Those of you watching this interview, right? You can see it, right? You can see the heart. You can see why, right? And that's what we have at Western Iowa Tech. Now, Jill, if I was a student and I wanted to go to a four-year college and I wanted to get a social work degree or whatever, you know, how would I do that? And how does WIT play a role in that? And then how does WIT play a role with getting me to that four-year college?
Well, in this last year, the community college system has done something fantastic, and we have started to develop and offer actual majors. So if you come to the community college and you say, I want to major in criminal justice, I want to major in sociology or social work or addictions counseling, we have those majors here. And with some of those majors, we also have what we call articulation agreements. in them. And so, for example, in our social work department, we have not only the social work major, but we have 2 articulations that lay out the actual pathway, every single class that you take here at WIT, and then you could go to USD and start as a junior, or Briar Cliff and start as a junior in their social work department. And you also know that every class that you take at WIT, how it transfers in at those 4-year colleges or universities, and every class you will take once you get there to complete your bachelor's 4-year degree. And so it takes all the guesswork out. It is totally laid out. And I am the faculty advisor and the faculty for those programs, them every single step of the way. I have great relationships with the faculty in those 2 universities in the social work department. I sit on their boards for the departments. I meet with them for coffee a couple times a year. We talk about the students. We talk about the courses. We talk about the books we use. We're totally in line. So I can tell you, because I've been doing this for 20 years or better,
right,
that the students that articulate in our social work program, for example, to these 4-year colleges, they do as well or better than the students that start at those institutions.
wow.
We know how to prepare them, and we do prepare them, and we support them every step of the way, and we hand them off to the faculty in that department. You're not just cast into an institution and said, hey, good luck.
Yeah.
We hand deliver them, and that over the years seems to make the biggest difference for our students' success at the 4-year level. Yes.
And people, that is the type of people we have at Western Iowa Tech Community College. Now, I heard that congratulations are in order, but let me set it up first. So we got Dr. Moravek, who went to undergrad, got her master's degree, got her PhD, and then went back and got a master's degree again after maybe she didn't need it, but she said she did. So I want to know why you went back again. This is probably your 3rd or 4th graduate degree. And I think it's just for the students, so the students can come to your office and you just got all that knowledge to help them catapult into the future. So anyway, you want to speak on that a little bit?
Well, by training, I am a PhD research sociologist, and wow, that was the degree of a lifetime. But I went back, and I actually graduate tonight with a master's in social work. And I went back because am I the faculty in the sociology department and the criminal justice department and addictions counseling, but so many of my students are in the social work major, and I'm also the faculty in that major. And there were 2 classes that we offer here that, because I didn't have that licensed social work master's, I wasn't able to teach them. And I thought, well, to be most effective in my job, I need to be able to teach all these classes. And the only way to do that is to go back and get another degree. And why not?
Right. Wow. That's just.
And you know what else? A lot of my students, not only do they finish at WIT and they go to their 4-year, they get their bachelor's degree, but they also go on to get their master's degree. I have 2 of my wrote recommendation letters for 3 months ago to start an MSW program in the fall. And I thought, if I haven't gone through it, then I give them the best information and advice and guidance that can be given. So I got it, and I can try to help them, because it's all about their success, right?
Wow. And you know what? That is true. I invited Jill to a NAACP banquet, and sitting at the table was my sister-in-law and my brother, and they start sharing information with Jill. Next thing you know, Kamie's in the master's program, pursuing her master's in social work, right? So just a month ago, right, and I heard you wrote a reference for her. So that is, it's proof that you do, that it's about them, you know, and it doesn't
Yes.
matter where you're at, what part of your life you're in. Jill Moravek will help you better it through education. And that's just what it is. So next question, right? If you only had 3 sentences, maybe 4, and you can tell students something, but you couldn't say nothing else after it, and they had to use this for the rest of their lives, and you only had 4 sentences to tell them, right? What would that statement be to them? And remember, once you say it, they can't ask you anything else. So it has to be this awesome statement that can follow them for the rest of their lives.
Well, that's way too heavy. I don't think I got that in me. You mean advice in terms of what it takes for student success?
Yeah, something that they can say, oh my God, I'll give you a second.
I think, well, I can tell you from experience in working with decades, persistence is key. Persistence. Just show up and do your best every single day, one day at a time. That day is going to become a week. It's going to become a month. It's going to become a year. It's going to become a degree. Wow. Just do your best and be gentle with yourself. Some days you're going to be on top of your game. Some days you're not.
Not going to be.
And be honest, be kind to yourself, and just keep showing up. Keep showing up. Those are the students that.
Wow. That is awesome. You know, this water quote, water can make a pathway through rock, not because of its strength, but because of its persistence. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yes, I've seen it. You've seen it. You've worked here forever. Yeah. You see it all the time. And I think another thing that I think some students realize, some students don't, is how supportive so many staff and faculty and administrators are at WIT. If they reach out, if they just start talking to their instructors, start talking to you, the different administrators, build those relationships with the people that are working at WIT, because we're all like-minded. We're all wanting to see students succeed, and we're all wanting to play a role in that.
Wow. I couldn't have said it better myself, right? I couldn't have said it better myself. And we always go towards, it seems like you kind of like a lifelong learner. Like you will learn for the rest of your life, right? Or you are always interested in advancing what you know. And I think that's a good place for students to be. But you got like 2 masters or 3 masters and a PhD. That's incredible. I barely handled 1 master's degree, and I had issues with that, right? I made it through, but oh my God, right? And you continue to come back for the punishment. That says something about you.
And I will say, nobody succeeds educationally or any other way without a whole bunch of support. Amen. And I have worked at WIT the entire time that I've been accumulating these degrees, and this institution has been incredibly supportive of me, because this institution is set up to support learning.
Right.
And I think that's kudos to.
I totally agree with you. This is where it at. I think, Jill, you're in the trenches, right? You want to be here helping people. You have so many other opportunities that you could go with, but yet you decide to stay at Western Iowa Tech Community College. So I think that speaks something to the students, just awesome students, awesome faculty and staff, and an awesome institution. So anyway, you got anything else that you want to say to the students? You want any last words?
Oh man, I am so looking forward to seeing them live in a classroom.
Amen.
I cannot wait. And I think a lot of them feel the same way. They just want to get their feet back on that campus.
Amen.
Yeah. So hey, we'll just hang in. It'll happen.
It will happen. So to the rest of the students, you guys be blessed. Stay social, but stay distant. And when you're up on campus, hunt Dr. Moravek down. She can help you and give you some good advice.
Thanks for your
All right.
time, Mike.
No problem, Joe. You have a great day now.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye.